experiencing the compassionate joy. I breathe in, experiencing the compassionate joy. I breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Compassionate thoughts, experiencing in oneself already generated in one's heart, so that it is easy to spread. Easy to spread. Full of joyousness, full of happy, ecstasy, complacent. All those mental attitudes comes in one's heart when we are meditating, going through as a continuous process without breaking in the middle. It should be continuous process. Like a river is flowing continuous towards the sea. In as much the same way. Because when we produce the loving kindness thoughts in our hearts, that particular heart does not allow to enter into any kind of defilement, not harbor. The mind that has attained in such a way that that mind that has attained to that kind of mindfulness and development of qualities, not harbor any kind of defilement such as hatred, ill will, egotism and hypocrisy, whatever it is. There are 1,500 defilements. 1,500 defilement in short, but many millions in between. So the development mind, developed by the use of this method, never harbor, not going to give any chance to enter into the mind and dwelling the mind. No place for that mind. Not given any place to dwell and live in the particular mind, that kind of defilements, which eventually endanger our life, drag our life into a danger, not into this life and also sansaric journey also. The whole sansaric journey is going to be endangered if we allow to harbor in our mind the defilements such as egotism, hatred, ill will, jealousy, many more. This is the way that Buddha has proclaimed and recommended to practice and develop our mind and peacefully. And by doing so, the get done that activity, the sitting posture I mentioned earlier, The sitting posture is very much important. That posture gives us many more benefits, much more benefits towards oneself. There are mainly three benefits. Three benefits. The first one is the feeling of promote the feeling of immobility of the physical body. Immobility of the physical, the paramount name. When your body is mobile at that time, the meditational time, the what is happening to the mind? Eventually, the mind will also be mobile. So cannot be the focus on in that particular point. The paramount name. It promotes the physical body to immobility, which eventually produce the immobility of the mind. We have to understand this matter. If our mind, if our body is shivering, the mobile here and there, what would happen to our mind? The mind also goes the same way, wherever the body is going. The body is physical body is going that way, the mind also going that way. So that is why the posture is very important. Very important, the posture, the immobility of the body. And also it gives prolonged time. It gives allow the body to prolong our duration of the meditational time. It's very important. Prolong our time. More and more hours can continue. Immobility and also the prolonged hours. The posture. Very important. According to each and everybody's physical fitness, we have to cope with. And it is recommended that chair like this, with the two hand very safety. And also shorter leg, not like a tall leg, the shorter leg chair with two hand, both sides. And also in the meantime, no need to feel too much pressure, too much body, too much attention to the body, to get the body in a luxury life, in a luxury way. One mattress to the feet, other two mattress to the chair. Even at that time also we are going to feel the sensual pleasure. Actually, this is the meditation will mean the spiritual method. If we focusing on how to maintain our physical and mental activity, by removing the temporary feelings. No need any mattress to the feet. No need any mattress to the feet. You know how you can understand how Arahant meditate inside the jungle. Inside the jungle among wild animals. Not even a mosquito net. You think how they became such a superiority? Such a superiority without removing all those luxury life. it or enter into a particular way. And the third one is focusing on bodily balance. If your balance is going here and there, what would happen to the mind? Mind also try to all the time to maintain the body balance. Not focusing the mind has no time to focus on the meditation point, object, rather than pay all the attention to maintain the body balance. It is very important. The posture is the paramount need. Paramount need, very, very important. Mind should be given priority. This is mind focusing activity. The meditation means completely the mind focusing, mind giving, mind priority activity. The mind where the mind is dwelling inside the body. We can't see where it is. Still the mind is mind and all the consciousness, subconscious, everything inside our body. So this is the mechanism, this is a machine. This is a machine, so you have to proper installation should be there. First time for you should be proper installation. Immobility, physical immobility causes eventually the mental immobility and the prolonged periods of meditation method and the bodily balance and also agitation, the muscular agitation, attention to the muscular agitation. There is another muscular agitation. When you sit, when you do not have proper place to proper guidance, to proper attention to sitting posture, the muscular agitation is coming always. The hinder you. It will focus eventually your meditation activity divert to other way. It is focusing on the muscular agitation rather than meditation on one object. And also the main thing is give the feeling of the bodily stable. Bodily stable. You have to make sure your body is straightforward, stable. Not turning the other side, not turning this side. Yesterday, the last time I told the yogi. The yogi means person who meditate. The Buddha's recommended word is yogi means person who meditate. It's a yogi. Yogi should have, even though he has ear, he should act and live as a deaf person. Even though you have two eyes, you have to act and live as a blind person. Even though you have mind, you have act as an unconscious person. Wherever, whatever happening around, surrounding you, no matter to you. I am concerned in my meditation object. You see how Buddha's advice. How important. You follow the guideline. Follow this guideline. This they have lived inside the mountain, inside the jungle. We haven't heard any story about the beaten by the elephant to Arahant. Have you heard any story? No, never. Beaten by a serpent, beaten by a snake. We haven't heard. Beaten by a crocodile, beaten by a what is called tiger or lion. Why? They have the Arahant is capable enough to, by maintaining, developing their mindfulness, to live with them, live with among, by compassionate with them, by make friends them. They also help us. The lion come and help. I sent in the morning one video, have you seen?
Oh, yes, I couldn't,
Yeah.
but it was in another language.
Yeah, he is coming to the
I went,
temple
what
to listen to
animal
the
was
tree.
it? I couldn't tell. What kind of an animal was it?
Yeah, it's a pig.
Oh, it was a pig?
Yeah, wild pig.
Oh, very
Wild
large
pig.
pig.
Wild pig.
Yeah.
Did you receive that?
No, I didn't.
Did you receive? Wild pig. He is coming to the temple to listen to the Pirit chant, the holy Pirit chanting. He is living with the small monk. He is going inside the small monk room under the bed, very friendly. Very big wild animal like this. You see, even animals, this is the miraculous of the doctrine, highly compassionate. Remembering those important of the guidelines, importance, bodily balance and muscular training, and also feeling of the stable of the body, is to be straightforward, stable body. You see this, I am taken as an example, Juliana. Example, the stable body should be in a stable body, not dragging this, not dragging that, not dragging forward, back, neither. Straightforward. It shows that immobility of the body shows the immobility of the mind. Very important. And also I heard someone is drinking water. During this time, no need to drink water. No need. Just keep away. Focus on the meditation. We are always drinking and eating much more. All the day, all day long. Pay attention to this time to meditation. Rather than comfortable. Rather than the luxury. This is holy practice we are doing. Holy practice where the Buddha and Arahant, the holy people is going. We are following that path, their path. We are following their path, the holy people, the true people where they have gone. We are following that path. So keep away from that essential item at this time, for a while. For a while. It is not going to benefit for us. Not going to be drinking water. And the sound, making sound may be harmful to not only oneself, the surroundings people also. Surrounding people. That should be considered about that. Should be considered. This is holy work here. This is holy work here. We are going towards who? Towards whom? Towards the holy people. Towards we are going to enter into the people, the holy people's world. So we have to show our quality, show our requirements, the basic requirements. Basic requirements. The worldly pleasure is at this even 1 hour, 2 hour, keeping away from this. Even taking some kind of agitation to the body never mattered. You have to bear of it. Develops up to that point. And in the meantime, like last time, I select a small kind of story. I am actually not a storyteller good. But even though very small one, I think it is very will benefit for you, each and everybody. This Buddha's word is like this, the holy word, holy stanza. I bought another book like the Dhammapada from one Bhikkhu Bodhis.
Oh, did you?
I got this is that book. Very rare book, this one, Dhammapada. The detailed, written all the stories there. 1 or 2 stanza, 1 story. background story. This is how the stanza goes. So karoti deepam athano kippam vayama pandito bhave niddhanta malo ananyano na puna jati janam upehisi. This is a Buddha's supreme words, this stanza. The meaning, make a small island unto yourself. Strive without delay. Become wise, having removed impurities and being free from moral defilements. You will no longer be subject to rebirth and decay. This is the essence, the summary of this stanza, and this is how the story is going. The title is like this: The Fate of a Butcher and His Son. The fate of the butcher and his son.
The butcher.
Butcher. It was like this: once there was a man in Savatthi. Savatthi means where the Buddha many more years observed, stayed there. 21 years. 21 years in his 45 years of enlightened life, Buddha lived in a city called Savatthi. It is very luxury and full-fledged city, like we can compare in the New York. Full-fledged city, Savatthi. Atti means there's a Sir mean hall. Sir mean hall. We can divide it into two parts. That Savatthi. Sir Atti. Sir mean hall. Atti mean everything. Everything, whatever it is, all the essential things inside the city. Inside the city. Same as in New York, no? You have everything. You have everything. There was a man in Savatthi who had been butcher for many years. He also loved eating beef, and every day he insisted on having meat curry with his meal. One day he kept aside some meat to be cooked for the family. Before he going out to have his bath in the river, he separated some meat for cooking his family and keep in the house, and he went to have a bath. Many people in India and Sri Lanka also, they are going to have bath in river, the pure water there. Water is there, and also well. They are drinking water from. Have you seen well? Mm-hmm. And pour the water to the head and to the down. Yeah. Nowadays we are using always bathroom, no? Bathroom. But that's a natural way. Very natural. Very natural. Very natural. And he went to river to have a bath. And then what happened? To his bath in the river, while he was away, a friend persuaded his wife. His friend came and persuaded his wife to give that meat, the portion of meat.
Persuade the wife.
Portion of meat. That meat is particular divided for his lunch. Now he is away from home. What the wife did, and therefore persuaded his wife to sell the meat, and wife sold him. And therefore there was no meat curry for the butcher that day. The butcher came after having bath, and they see there is no meat for him. No meat. So see how How attachment? There are many stories in Jataka story. You know Jataka? Jataka story. The 545 Jataka story, there are another story. The people who are in king also, they attached to eat meat. One day he killed his own
Subject,
yeah.
the person of his kingdom.
Yes. And one person even how
Not enough.
not enough to meat, and he subject to eat in the corpse.
Oh.
Corpse going to the
I'm sorry.
yeah. You see you next time you find out the story and we have to reveal it. He has been using to eat the dead body, and one day the whole dead body is finished.
Who ate the dead body? I'm so confused.
Yeah, you.
The cage.
So that is how you see that another there is here in African Idi Amin. Have you heard? In his fridge, there are body parts. There are many fridge, very big fridge in his grandson. The human body parts. Idi Amin, the Muslim fellow, Idi Amin, Uganda President Idi Amin. Haven't you heard? Idi Amin, you go to his store. He's a human flesh eater. Idi Amin. Today you search in the YouTube, Idi Amin, Muslim fellow.
This is chemical.
Yeah, you see what happened? The same, all the. This is human being poverty. Regardless of time.
With the butcher, was it his attachment to the bath?
No, attached to the eating
It
meat.
was just attachment to the meat.
Eating
That his
meat.
friend came and persuaded the wife to
Yeah,
sell.
after having bath, he came with the purpose of having meat with his lunch.
Yeah.
But it has gone another way. There is no meat. You see what happened to him? For the butcher, there was no meat curry for the butcher that day. When he discovered this, he became very angry, and he went to backside of his house and promptly cut off the tongue of an ox.
Alive?
Don't remember, he is a butcher of the ox. This is a real. There are many stories in everywhere. Very many stories. Even we can't utter, we can't proclaim that, we can't deliver those stories. You see, the inhuman way, no. What he did is he cut off the tongue of the ox.
While the ox was
Yeah,
alive?
to be so much attachment to the meat, the living ox tongue, he cut off and give to the wife to fry it, and tongue also, and he baked, and he himself baked it, and sat down for the meal. What happened? While eating, the butcher tried to take a bite of the ox tongue, but he bit off his own tongue instead. He eventually, what happened? He himself bite his tongue rather than biting the ox tongue. And the you see, the story is going there. Now the ox and the butcher were in the same plight.
Oh my god, I love this story. Funny.
You see, the affection is the instant affection. Instant punishment is coming, how coming to
Instant gratification.
it is without delay, the punishment is given.
For doing bad
Is that the end
things.
of the story?
Then the butcher and the ox is the same plight. Too much suffering. The butcher was so great pain and agony, the blood flowed profusely from his mouth. Blood pouring down from his mouth. The tongue is bite himself. His tongue bite himself. He had to face terrible death. He has to face terrible death and was reborn in a miserable state. Immediately after died, where he did, he went to the hell. He went to the hell. He went to the hell. The butcher's wife was very frightened. Always wives are very frightened, no? What their husband does. What their husband, not all husband. Not all husbands, some husbands are. I also have personal experience in Sri Lanka. After having drunk, come to the house. How many quarreling doing with the wife? The children are running to jungle to protect. He is coming to the house after drinking like a devil. People can't read and they go to the jungle to all night they are spending in the jungle. So harassment. The should be imposed strictly law and rule to remedy this kind of family harassment. And what happened to him? His wife is very frightened, and she advised her son. There is a son also. Son also looking at everything what is happening. Small son. Son to go far away, lest this evil should become a curse and befall him too. Lest will this affect to you also as a curse, and go away. Go away from him without staying here. So the son went to Taxila. Taxila means another state. Another state in India. Taxila, very major city. The youth became goldsmith. There the youth became goldsmith. Later he married the daughter of his master, and a few children were born to them. When their sons came of the age, he returned to settle down to Savasti. Then he again came with his small children to settle down in city Savasti. The sons were devout followers of the Buddha. The sons were very devout followers to the Buddha. They were concerned for their father, but their father is not devout, not pious person. For he had not done any meritorious deed in his present existence. So one day they invited the Buddha and the bhikkhus to their house for alms food. After the meal, they said the Buddha, "Venerable Sir, we are making this offering to you today on behalf of our father. Kindly give discourse to help him to realize the doctrine, Dhamma." So the Buddha admonished the man, "You are getting old. Your body is like a withered leaf. You have to prepare for your future life." He has said, be wise and develop your devotions and spiritual way of life. Pursuing the fleeting nature of worldly life and reflecting mindfully on the admonition given by the enlightened one, the old man attained the first stage of sainthood. The old man means the son, the fleet son. One fleet, after having advice from his mother, he fled, and after getting married, he had children. Children were very devoted to the Buddha, and they invited the Buddha to house. And arms in Sri Lanka also, in India also, the Buddhist people invited the bhikkhu, Buddhist monk to each and everybody's house for alms talk. 10 monk, 20 monk, maybe 100 monk. I have attended 150 monks in that house. Very wealthy person. One became Buddhist monk. Novice monk, you can go Sri Lanka and see the situation. 150 Buddhist monk. Many more than 500, maybe 1,000. I have attended many thousand bhikkhus there in Colombo. Great alms giving. So, what is in connection with this story? There are another attachment also which I have in personal, in the appendix. One person has been. You have time, Christian? You have time? Another few minutes. Yeah, another few minutes. One person, same as a butcher, he has been used in the jungle, killing of the jungle killing of animal. In the jungle, the particular animal, deer, and other many more small rabbit, no? Rabbit. The people, the tourist people, especially the Colombo people, some healthy people, they like to eat the animal food, the fresh food. And particular person is he go to inside the jungle with his weapon, the gunshot. In Sri Lanka, they don't have T-56 or whatever it is. They don't have that.
57.
T-57. There is no that kind of weapon for the common people, but they use the gunshot, made of
Shotgun.
shotgun, made of by themselves, illegal. What he did is he went inside as usual. It is customary. He is going inside there, killing animal and bring flesh to city and sell. And he has been doing like this many years as a habit. Everybody knows that he is the person who going inside and kill the animal and bring the food to the city for people, needy people, especially the tourist people. And one day he went to early in the morning to jungle with the intention of killing animal and bring food, flesh. But people are waiting, but he never returned. He went inside the jungle, very thick jungle, many more animals there. He never returned. Sometimes they haven't searched for that too much. But after 3-4 days, his family members started to complain to the police that our husband didn't come to the house, so we have some suspicions. Then police also went inside the jungle, deep inside the jungle. What has happened is he has been bitten by the snake. Snake. You see the reaction? The karmic force is affecting to him. And the police discovered this is completely illegal. The killing of the jungle animal killing in Sri Lanka completely illegal. The government has given priority to protect them. But this person is doing this in illegal way. The police person who found out that the place, the small hut where he is using to cut the animal and remove their skin. Everywhere bones and heads and everywhere is scattered. So what happened? His body is found by the police and also magistrate also came at that particular place. Should come the magistrate, the area magistrate, to do the postmortem. Without postmortem, can't remove the body, dead body. What happened was, the particular butcher, using that hut, the small hut built of wood, used for the animal killing and cutting those animal flesh, the doctor and the magistrate came and put his corpse on the same hut, and do the postmortem. There is no other place. That is how their final destination is written like that. Final destination written like that. He has to go the same hut, the final journey. After getting done the postmortem. So this life is like that. We very carefully driven. We have to drive very carefully. Hell and heaven, no long distance. Very narrow distance. The hell and heaven narrowed by a small amount of mental notion enough to go hell rather than heaven. Be careful. This is the advice of the Buddha.
It's it reminds me of that story of him cutting off the tongue.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, that's outlandish. How would he do that?
Yeah.
But that's it.
And also another one.
Well, I say in farming nowadays,
Yeah.
they pull off piglets' testicles and tails with pliers. They cut off the beaks of the birds and their toes as standard practice.
Yeah, that's right. And using machine, using highly sophisticated machine, they remove this and the throat is completely removed. The very big machine that always ringing and cow is going this way on the bell, automatically cow does not know what is happening to it. The throat and body part is completely removed. That's why I told the other day, no dogmatic statement can be made. The truth is plain. May there be killing of animal for food, or for killing for self-protection, or maybe killing for protects their cultivation. Whatever it is, the plain is crystal clear. No dogmatic statement. The result would comes upon the particular person. That is the reality. That is the phenomena of this world. That is the phenomena of this world. So we have to be careful. And on the other hand, there's another appendix, another short story. One person is very eager to, he's also a butcher, very eager to eat the eyes of the cow. He is killing many cows. He is bringing every day, not the meat, but the eyes of the cow. 1 kilo, 2 kilo, every day bringing to his house. Give to the Vaisya, you cook this. Every day he is eating. What is? Cow's eye. You know what these Muslim people are doing? First and foremost, the alive oxen, they remove by using iron bar. They put inside the cow and remove the eye. Olive. the Muslim people in Sri Lanka also. I have seen many times, but we have nothing to do. Even though Sri Lanka has been considered as a Buddhist country, those people are reside in Colombo. Now they have been they destroyed the Colombo, so completely forgotten the doctrine of the Buddha. And one day the person came with the 1 kilo of ice from the butcher house to the man gave to the wife, and he eat, and he got some eye pain. Eye pain, because he has been doing the one way or other, the result would comes out, no? One way or in any way. And his pain is a little more agitated coming, and he is laying down. And his wife examined that from his eye, a small kind of ant comes out. A small kind of ant. The what is called vacuum, no? Vacuum.
The flies,
Yeah.
bat fly.
Yeah. The long, small kind of ant.
Oh.
Worm. Small worm. Worm comes out from the eye here.
It's a bat fly larva.
Yeah. Then the flight is they're coming down. And the little more time, the more and more worms are coming from the eyes. Then the doctor is concerned, but no cure. No cure. In several days, he died. The whole body, starting from eye, the whole body covered with worm. Worm.
Wait, is this real life?
Real life, real story. And another story, appendix for this one. This is going continuously. Another person, same as this story, he is willing to eat the cow's tongue. He also, a Muslim fellow is cut off the live ox tongue. Not only Buddha's time, at this time also, as you said, at this time also people like that, living in this our society. So that's why the Buddha's doctrine is timeless. The suitable for every time. For the people, they have expressed for the people, for human being. This is quality of the people, attitude. And he has been using to eat cow's tongue, and one day, every day he is cutting tongue and bringing to the house and give to the wife, and drunk even, they have some, taking some drink also. And one day he got mad. He got too much agitation in his tongue. That particular person got too much agitation, unbearable paining because of eating the tongues of animals many more years. He got tongue disease, same as the small worm comes out from the tongue. Then what is happened? And another thing I couldn't mention, he is bound to kill a cow by pouring hot water. By pouring hot water to cow's mouth. He opened the mouth of the cow and pouring boiling water. That is how he used to kill animal. And one day he is agitated too much and went to the kitchen. And there is a boiling water kettle inside the Now he is unconscious. By unbearable paining, what he did, he got the kettle, the boiling water kettle, and poured the water himself to the mouth.
Is that how he died?
Oh, he was crazy.
The pouring, water, bubbling
He said
water,
he died, right?
the boiled water, he starting from here, whole body damaged, and he died on the spot. You see the karmic force affect each and everybody's attitude, the suit, according to the activity. He used to kill animal by pouring hot water to the mouth of the ox. The same way, in the same way, he has to be killed by himself. In the same way.
I like the story of the insect in the road better.
That's kind of with family karma too, right?
Yeah, we have to give it. This is
Like-
always
Yeah.
example for us. Example for us. How carefully how to arrange our life. If you do any mistake, no excuse. Nobody come to help us. We ourselves have to bear. There are many more in this book. There are many stories, and I will. You search the Jataka story in English. Actually, I am inviting you to read those books. Jataka story in English. You search today.
Which Jataka?
Jataka story.
Which
No,
one?
there are 550.
I've read them, but which Jataka?
I think Sutasoma. He has been used to eat flesh, human flesh. Sutasoma, King Sutasoma. Read out those during the time of Buddha. And beyond that,
I just want to say, you can come in here a meat eater and leave vegetarian.
that is my concept. That is what be away from that. Keep away from me, keep away from me, for the benefit of ourselves. You think when you eat some meat, when you get Ismail, we have to think, we take into our mind, this is the flesh, not belongs to myself, belongs to any kind of animal who has been protected his life, protected. The animals inside the jungle is running by looking at us to escape, to protect their life. So that is how. Today I am giving this to read out to Julie, and then one by one read and pass. One by one read and pass. This is the doctrine. This is the doctrine. Unrevealed truth. Unrevealed truth. Each and everybody get this idea into mind and get frightened ourselves about this samsaric journey.